Hi everyone, it's Nat here. Hope you're all doing well. I'm on to continue with my Tilda journal. Must get it done in the next couple of days. So I did a bit of embellishing while I was off camera. So I'll show you what I did. I used a napkin that I had here, a vintage napkin, and I cut a corner off of it. And I just stitched that with zigzag stitch onto this end book page. And I added a bit of lace there. And this has a beautiful little card that Susanna from Vintage Blend Studios has sent along for me to put in here for Andrea. So that will sit in the front like that. And then I added some bits of lace to some of the page edges. So yellows and pinks mainly. This is one of the pockets that came from the Tilda book that I had folded up and embellished a little. I think I showed that on a previous video. And it's got one of Susanna's beautiful tags that she made. Just love her style. So that slips in there quite nicely. It fits really well. Bit of lace on this page. I put one of my faux stamps that I have showed here, and that's also a tuck spot. This is my fabric scrappy that you saw. It just sits nicely over the top of that page. And then on the other side, we had embellished that. So that works out quite nicely to just jazz up that blank page. This is one of Susanna's beautiful journaling cards. I decided to use that one as a tuck spot, and it fits another one of her journaling cards in it. Beautiful. I've got beautiful sayings on them as well. So that goes really nicely on that page, and a bit of lace. This is just a bit of the cover of the book, and I really like the pattern on that, so I've just stuck that there because I like it. There doesn't have to be any real reason. I used some of the beautiful tabs that Crafty Dork punched. She must have punched hundreds of these out and sent some along to myself and Susanna, I think, and goodness knows who else. Because we don't have one of those whale tail punches or whatever. So that was lovely of her. So I finally remembered I had them, and some of the colours that she used on them go perfectly in this journal. So didn't do too much more, I don't think. I put this butterfly I got here. I got that from a lot of wedding goodies that someone was getting rid of a marketplace ages ago. So I've put one of those in, and I just left one wing undone so I can fold it up a little bit, and it just creates a nice shadow behind it. Now, I'll put another tab on the top of this. This was a big windowed envelope, file envelope thing that I've used here. And I left that open so things can be slipped in. And what I decided to slip in there is a little junky booklet that someone had made and gifted to me ages ago. I've decided I've got to start using a lot of the stuff I've been gifted because I've got piles of it, and it's just been sitting in a box doing nothing. And I thought the colours on this one are beautiful to slip in here. So thank you to whomever gave that to me. So what I do is just shove the majority of it into this envelope and just leave a couple of pages sticking over like that. Now this is, you would have seen me make this, the envelope. Oh, I can flip it over. I know my address is on one of the other sides. So things can be slipped in there. That's the envelope that Susanna sent her little goodies to me, and it's a beautiful colour, so I've put that in. And then I made this little pocket out of a frame that was in the book, the Tilda book. And I made a little journaling card to go in there with one of the pictures. And it's just got vellum on it. Side, which has Susanna's address, I've just left it as a little tuck. So, and that's got one of Susanna's beautiful journaling cards in again. Just covering up her address. So I think that is where we are up to now. Yeah, I don't think I've done anything else. So I have to finish embellishing that signature. I have to find a cover page for this signature and embellish this signature. I have to do the reinforcement for the spine and figure out what I'm going to cover that with, because that will go down before I do the end pages, and I have to do the other end page, so there's still piles to do. Now, I have these stamps that I got recently from the workshop property of Handmade by This Book. It's got a This Book Belongs To. So, I'm just thinking of making a little plate that can go up here with that stamp. So maybe we'll just give that stamp a go on something and see what we think. Used with magna stamp mounts, so it must be magnetic ones, so we'll see how we go. But I like these because they have From the Garden Of, which is beautiful, so they'd be great in a gardening journal. So I had to have these when I saw them. Like a lot of other stuff. So that's the one we're looking for. What I might be able to do with these is, I do have some window film, although they're pretty sturdy as they are, so they'll probably be all right. But I have some window film stuff that I might be able to try to put on top, and that will stick to my stamp blocks, because this certainly won't. Nah, not a hope. Almost. So I'm just thinking of what colour card I might like to use. I have some offcuts of cardstock here, I think, from the project I was doing yesterday. I think they're blues though, mainly. I do have some cream. I have some yellow. I also made this envelope for a challenge, and I made that specifically so I can fit it in here somewhere, so I'll have to remember that I've got that. Don't think I want yellow. Probably doesn't need to be pink or something. I don't want to stamp it straight on there in case I muck it up. Some of this paper that someone gifted me, which I don't mind. I might try a bit of that. And cut a bit out and just practice my stamp on it anyway and see what it looks like. Because we do need to see that it works all right. So I might use my archival ink for this. See, I don't even know if I want to use black in the end, so we'll just see how it looks. Oh, that's a lovely stamp, isn't it? A bit crooked, but I'll cut around it straight. It's nice and crisp. So we could then back that onto something which would look all right. So I might just cut this out. And then I want to see how it fits. Just wondering if I have a die cut or something that would look better, or should we just leave it like that and maybe corner around it? Maybe we'll do something like that. So let's cut across there. That's good. And then try and get it somewhat even. It's a bit better. Let's just corner around when all else fails. Oops, one of them didn't even work. Kind of like it being on that paper, the dyed paper that someone gave me, because it looks vintage like. Don't know whether I should corner around. Maybe we'll do the really little one. So I cooked meatloaf last night, so I had some of that for lunch, the leftovers. I want to get out in the garden again, but it's a little bit warm out there at the moment, so I thought I'll come in and do a bit of this. So I've got a load of washing on, and I've just done the dishes. Yeah, that looks all right. Maybe we can put something behind it too. Some fabric or something. So I might just stick this down to begin with. Heading off tomorrow to pick up something else from Marketplace. I think I've done 3 trips for Marketplace stuff this week. It's becoming a bit of a habit. I do have some self-control. My workmate messaged me today and said, oh, you know, there's this cool garage sale in town and the prices are really good. And I was like, no. Nope. I mean, I'd love to, but I was on a mission doing the dishes and everything, and it's not often I feel like actually doing housework, so I thought I'd stay home and get that done. All right, now, let's have a think of what fabric. I do have more of this, although it's a bit pretty to waste under here. Here I am worried about cutting bits of this off in that one. I think I've got 4 of them or something. Got to get over that, or else I'll never use my stuff. Could layer it on both or just the one. Alright, I'm just going to put on that for now because I can't decide on anything else. Like the straightness of the edges too, so we just want to even this down a bit. And across here. That's a bit better. Just a bit scrappier than what it was. It was a bit neat just on the board. I'm going to stick this on anyway because I do quite like this. Glue on it again. Thank goodness for my glue rubber. Gonna want a picture, I think, on this side of the cover. So I'll grab my, I don't want one of my stamped ones, I don't think. Which are these ones? I mean, that would be pretty. I'm thinking we need something a bit bigger, and I'm sure I have some bigger pictures in my pages. I've got these beautiful ones. They're not quite the colour I want for the pink though. I'm going on the hunt again. these bookmarks. I'll put them to the side because I want to make a bookmark with one of those. We could cut out some of that one. I love hearts, nice. Oh, I've got one of those ones. Still got enough pictures in here, that's for sure. Alright, so we must decide between cutting some of this one out doing the love heart, which is quite nice. I think it'd be nice to have a picture of one of the dolls though. That one I think might be the go. One of them ones. I'm leaning towards that one though, so we'll use her. I don't think I'll make it a pocket or anything. It'll just be a picture for the front of the signature. Now I know I cut it a bit crooked down here. Might even end up with a title above her. There'll probably be a title on the front too, but maybe we'll do a title again on the front of this so we can put her down a bit. Maybe with a bit more lace. Like it like that, I think. Chop that off there. Might stick her onto the lace first and then stick the whole lot down like that. Just run a little line down here. Now I'll let that dry and then I might end up just cutting this little bit off if it annoys me too much. So I'm pretty sure I've got a title for the front. I'm not using the word Tilda's because, you know, it's sort of like a brand name, isn't it? And I'm not going to use someone else's brand name on my journal. So I'll probably just cut out the summer ideas and put it up there. So that'll look quite nice. Oh, ting. Now I'm thinking kind of like that on a bit of the doily. Why not? Let's just tack up all of my stuff. There's all stuff I've been hoarding. It's not too pretty to use. So this is for a friend. She deserves some of my prettiness. And I don't often do this sort of thing, so it's good practice for me to get a bit shabby chic, I suppose. Now, should I ink? Possibly just a tad. Now, I do have a pink ink here. If you know where it is, let me know. There we go, dusky pink. I do have a dauber somewhere too, which matches this colour. I'm thinking I won't be able to find it in a hurry either. So, backup plan. Find another one. It's very wasteful of me. It will turn up, but this is a light colour, so what I'll probably do is when I find the right ink pad, I will just use this one for another darker pink or something that I haven't yet got one for. Okay. It's one of those days when nothing's coming easily to me, but as long as I make progress, that's all right. I will suffer through and make you suffer through with me. Yeah, that's a bit better, I think. So I'll just get my placement of the words about in the middle. Now it's starting to look like what I wanted it to look like. This page anyway, I've still got the rest of the book to do. That'll do. Let that dry. So I think we need to do some stenciling. There would look nice. I want to leave some blank pages, and I can't stick stuff on every page because these are quite lightweight pages, so even these embellishments are a little bit heavy for them, so I've got to go steady as to what I stick where. Usually I put some cardstock pages in for the heavier embellishments, which I might do. That's why I haven't sewn in yet, in case I decide I want to add some more pages. But it's only a thin spine, so I don't think I want to go. So once we embellish this other signature a bit more, it's going to be plenty full enough without adding too many more pages. So